sports coverage of the National Football League. Brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts. It's Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Michael Badgley will be the first to get this one going. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
There's a lot of people that are really high on this young quarterback, Mike, and for good reason. Got good experience last year, albeit on a bad team. Made 12 starts as a rookie. But now he can come into training camp and come into the season understanding this is my team. I'm the future of this franchise, and if they want to compete within that division, they're going to have to get great quarterback play from Drake May.
And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
May to throw on second down. He'll step up and run this. And he will slide at the end, give him about 5. And now it's third down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun. It's May. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 25 on that connection. First down, New England.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On second down, it's May. Sure pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
And it's third down.
Douglas in motion. 3rd and short. And here is May. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
That's good for a Patriots.
23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Patriots first down.
And a Patriot first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he's in! Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, New England. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Pats will take a 7-0 lead.
Patriots 7, Colts nothing.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Anthony Gould now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
You know, how often do we see guys in the league, Mike, that are former first-round picks? They get significant starting time with their original franchise, and then there's a change of address, right? They got to go play for a new team and start a new chapter of their career. Some guys take it and run with it, and some guys we never hear from again. I have a funny feeling this situation he's walking into in Indianapolis, I think, is a really good one for NFL quarterbacks. I think he has some pieces around him, and I think people don't appreciate the kind of athlete and the skill set that Daniel Jones has.
At the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Kelsey. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So, try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
The Patriots, 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Stevenson on the ground. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
What you see there is really the key to a good free safety blitz. Time the snap so that the offense cannot determine that you're rushing. It's exactly what happened here. He's able to bring the ball carrier down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. Can't ask for much more. On the screen, they gain 19 yards and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Out of the gun, here's May. Pass caught right side by Henry. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. First down, New England.
A gain of 15.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. But I don't think it's going to be his last.
He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15.
17 more
Give them
yards.
17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
And 10 at the 12-yard
Really
line.
nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. Let's get about 6 before he's taken down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. Good blocking, and he's in. Great May. Touchdown, Patriots.
Tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
The extra point now for Borregales. He gets it to go, and the Patriots move out on top, 14-0.
14. Colts, nothing.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Ashton Doolin now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Colts offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. gun, it's Jones. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. They get an even 20 on that one. 1st down, Indianapolis.
It's a gain of 20. And the Colts, 1st down.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. The Patriots out on top. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The Colts with the football to start this 2nd quarter. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. And a strong 1st down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up 2nd and short.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
3 yards.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Jones. Right side, that is hauled in by Warren. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A pickup there of 28 yards.
1st down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage.
Oh, they're running in a crash, and he lost the football. And the Patriots are going to recover. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite them right here.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this 2nd quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On play action, here's May. That is caught downfield by Douglas. 1st time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
And the Patriots, 1st
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They'll run on 1st down with Stevenson. And he's going to be fouled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Zaire Franklin that time there for the tackle.
brings up 2nd and 9.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
13 yards on
Call
the
it
play.
a gain of 13. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He's found his receiver, Butte. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
More yards.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, New England.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And he'll take this one in. Kayshon Boutte. Touchdown, New England. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Borregales now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Pats will take themselves to a 21-0 lead. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, it's Doolin. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Shotgun now for Jones. He's going to tuck it and go. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
It's a gain of 22
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
On the ground, it's Taylor. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Christian Ellis, they're on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
Colts.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Jones. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again. Harold Landry getting in for the sack. And that's going to lead to 3rd and very long.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Jones to throw. And that is incomplete.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is May. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's May. Left side, he's got Henry. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. A gain there of 15. First down, New England.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
May to throw again. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throw again is May, who else another catch for his favorite target.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
May to the air once more. That one complete to Hollins. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. New England going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's May again. That one knocked away. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down. Really nice play.
He'll find Stevenson out of the backfield. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try. This, about as short as you can get. His kick is good. And the Pats extend the lead to 24-0.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. Here comes a return from the goal line. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this 1st half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the 1st half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the 2nd half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. I bet you it was 2 different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided 1st half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. On the return, it's Doolin. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Jones operating out of the pistol. He'll take a deep shot for downs. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
On second down, here's Jones. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Colts first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
On the give, this is Taylor. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. They get 22 yards there. First down, Indianapolis.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll toss this right side to Taylor. It'll be a short pickup down to the 22. Robert Spillane
He was taken down
spills
at
him
the
there.
22-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face second down and 7. Back to throw is Jones. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Milton Williams in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's third down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Whoa! He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. He needed 13, and that's exactly what he got. By the nose of the football, it's a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Second and 11. Gun, it's Jones. Pass right side to Downs. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
On third down, here's a run by Taylor. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Badgley's kick is good. And the Colts will cut into that lead.
Colts
It's
3.
always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's May. That's complete to Diggs. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Kenny Moore there to make the play.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. He'll look forward for maybe a yard. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's May. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
A 42-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. On the return, it's Doolin. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
They'll look to set up the screen here. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Throwing, Jones. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4.
Just a little obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big gainer for Indianapolis. It's a gain of 43 yards.
18-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
So these teams trade field goals in the 3rd as we come to the end of the quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Second down, they need 7. Shotgun now for Jones. A short pass taken in by Warren. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
That's another.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defense...
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
Here's a 2-point try. Jones bringing the offense to the line.
The Colts will line up for the 2.
They'll go with Taylor on the ground. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No 2-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Start out with Stevenson, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 4. They'll go again here with Stevenson, and that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it.
Down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 3. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
On the return is Gould. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Jones. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's 2nd down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing now is Jones. That one complete to Pierce. A gain there of 16 yards. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
They'll try to set up the screen here. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
No gain on the play.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
That's over the middle and intercepted. His offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Look, in Carolina, Mike, we had star linebackers. I mean, Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis. The thing was, we relied on them in pass coverage, every bit as much as we relied on our defensive backs. And it's clear to me this defense relies on him the exact same way. A corner or safety, I'm not sure if they could have even made a better play than he did there.
The Patriots offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. And in motion, it's Diggs. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. They'll go right back to Stevenson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's May. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
That's good for a Patriots 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Kayshon Boutte. Touchdown, Patriots. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
The extra point now for Borregales. He's got it. And the Patriots will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Colts 9.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, it's Doolin. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Colts offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. It's a designed run with Jones.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 3. Now, toss play for Taylor. And he's going to have the 1st down, mark him at the 45, and move the chains.
7-yard gain.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. This throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
At the 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. Taylor loses the football. One of the Patriots has it. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. That, not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Now, Jones. Short one, and it's caught by Warren. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 3rd and 2. Jones keeping this one. And they get it at the 18-yard line. The drive stays alive. 1st down picked up.
The advantage to this play call, Mike, is as an offense, you now can account for one extra defensive player. In this case, it's the quarterback reading the end. He goes after the running back. He pulls it, keeps it himself, picks up the 1st down.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Stevenson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now it's 2nd and 1. They'll try the jet sweep with Diggs. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Here we go. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Indianapolis.